All right, guys, how's it going? I'm still in Blighty. My flight back to Spain is this evening. And all being well, I should get back into my normal routine with you guys tomorrow, okay? You know, we'll do a live stream tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Please come along and join me. I won't be doing one in the evening tomorrow night, but 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, all being well. And it'd be good to get caught up with you. But yeah, tomorrow, Saturday, we'll start doing the usual vids again. And on Monday, I'll be back in the cafe, all being well, you know, reviewing the Spanish papers for here to see if there's any Liverpool stuff, and also my other channel, Golazo España. The link is in the video description to my other channels, and they should pop up on the screen at the end. So, it is time for another today's exclusive. That's right. And I got a couple for you today. I think we're going to do this one first. All right. Now, this is from givemestrength.com. Sorry, givemesport.com. I've not read it. But it's titled Exclusive. All right. Liverpool lead race to sign world-class star for Slot. We'll be the fucking judge of that, won't we, guys, whether it's world-class or not. Now, this article is written by Ben Jacobs, who I think's a bit of a plant pot, to be honest with you. He might be a really nice lad, but I think he's a Fabrizio Romano wannabe. Do you know what I mean? And for those of you that don't know, no one had heard of him until Liverpool was put up for sale the last time, which I think was the end of 2023. I can't remember. And I was in Newcastle at the time because I made a video. Do you remember walking around outside St. James's Park? And he made a name for it. He was like doing exclusives on the Monday and Friday, denying his own exclusives and stuff like that. Because that's easy to do, isn't it? Like I could do an exclusive now, a genuine exclusive, right? And tell you something, right? And then on Friday go, that deal's fallen through, guys. But you would never know whether it was true or not, because I created the exclusive, and then on Friday it was like, nah, it's fallen through, guys. Sorry about that, you know what I mean? Which means I didn't lie. Well, you can't prove I lied. If I say, all right, it's an exclusive, leave a little get out, and then on the Friday go, oh no, the talks fell through. That's not my fault. I told you on Monday, what was that? Do you know what I mean? And some people think that's what Ben Jacobs was doing. And he became, I think Spectre will tell you in the comments of this video. Spectre is one of the regulars around these. He's one of our moderators on the live stream. He's the greatest moderator, by the way, on Cop Talk TV. And that's what he likes to be called. It's Trudeau. And I'm sure Spectre says that as a result of all that back then, he was then referred to as like Middle Eastern talk sport fucking football specialist correspondent or something like that. I've got a phone call coming in from Barcelona. Shall I answer it? No, I doubt it. I'm not going to answer that. I know exactly what that's going to be. That's going to be the Amazon driver at my house in Spain. Well, I'm not in. Right, so I can't read the whole article to you. I'm not allowed to. I have to, you know, I can analyse it, review it or whatever. So I leave out bits where it's obvious. You know, like so if they say, talking about Liverpool player, and they tell you how many times he's played for us and scored for us. You don't need to know that. We're going to concentrate on the specifics in the article, the exclusive bits, right? And just, I don't leave bits out to make it look good or bad in any way, so you can read the original article for yourself, compare it to my video, and you'll see I'm always being fair. And I don't know what's going to be in this article, guys, so let's go through it together. So it's an exclusive Liverpool League race to sign world-class star for Slot. Here we go. Are you ready for this? I've just seen the name. I've just seen the fucking name. You're going to be excited about this exclusive, I'm telling you right now. Liverpool, that's us, are leading the race to sign Bournemouth. Who is it? Is it Kirkes or Hyson? Star Milos Kirkes this summer. That's the fucking exclusive. Oh my days. The 21-year-old Hungarian is likely to be on the move. That's likely is not good enough if you're running a fucking Sorry, I get a bit annoyed by these people. And, you know, like, you understand it on some of these shitty websites that we review, right? You know, some of these so-called fan sites that are not fan sites at all. They're just masquerading as them. But Ben Jacobs is supposed to be a journalist, right? Not a fan in his bedroom trying to make a bit of Google AdSense money on publishing shit to a blog or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And misleading you. This guy's supposed to be a proper journalist. And he's published an exclusive saying that Liverpool are leading the race to sign Milos Kirkes, who is likely to be on the move. Don't even say he's on the fucking move or will be. Give me a statement of fact when you're doing an exclusive. His current employers will not stand in his way if offers of 40 million are tabled. Kirkes will decide on his future at the end of the season. and is well known to Liverpool sporting director Richard Hughes. Oh, wow, I never knew that. Slot sees left back as long-term replacement for Robertson. And then in bold it says Reds rivals not entering fresh Kirkes talks. Well, that's because everyone in the fucking world expects him to join Liverpool, don't they? I mean, you do, surely. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the first player through the fucking door. I've been saying that for ages. Not because I'm a Twitter ITK, Twitter twatter out like that. It's just fucking common sense, isn't it? Easy to do, this one. We need a left back. The connection to use. You don't need to be fucking in the loop or exclusive like to know that, do you? Chelsea, Arsenal and Man City have all looked at Kirkes in the past. There. As it stands, none of these clubs have entered into fresh Kirkes talks. It remains to be seen whether that will change closer to the summer. Manchester City appreciate Kirkes, described as world class by GMS. No, hang on. Manchester City appreciate Kirkes, described as world class, but GMS, that's Give Me Strength, Give Me Sport, understands a deal is not looking likely at this stage. I just need to click on this link. Milos Kirkes is world class. So where they're getting the world class from, by, they've defined him as a world class player to grab your attention in the headline. But if you click on where they're saying he's being described as world class, it actually, one moment please, let me just swipe off my notifications. I don't want you seeing my grinder conversations. Try anything once. If you look, I clicked on it, it says defined as world class or described as world class. So I clicked on it thinking, oh, this is going to be an article of interest. And it's actually a post on X, which says Milos Kirkes, that is world class. So they're now using a random account on social media to use that in the article and say, well, someone's described him as world class, so we can justify putting that in the headline to reel you fucking numpties in. And don't forget, this is Ben Jacobs, right? Ben Jacobs, right? Anyway, they understand the deal's not looking likely at this stage with Man City. They talk about why Liverpool want a left back. Also have Shimikas, but they view adding a younger option as a key priority this summer. Real Madrid also appreciate Kirkes. I read the fucking Spanish media every single day. All four sporting, not sport, well, they are sporting papers, but we'll call them football dailies if you like, right? I read them every single motherfucking day, and I've done for ages. As well as that, I monitor other shit in Spain that crops up to do with Liverpool so that I can nip it in the bud when you hear the rumours, right? Anyway, fuck all that says Real Madrid appreciate Kirkes. I mean, I'm sure they do. Who wouldn't? He's a fucking good player, right? Talking about Trent now. That's it. They're just waffling about other players. Trent, Huyson, etc., etc. So the exclusive Liverpool lead race to sign world-class star for Slot. Can we say that is an exclusive? I don't think so. I think even a headline, Liverpool lead race to sign world-class star for Slot, would still be shit, because I'd say, well, you're not telling us anything that we don't already know. And I review these for you, and also there's many people, if you've been around these parts for a long time, you're going to know who these journalists are. You're going to know who they're connected to, who they're not, who we should listen to, who we shouldn't, right? Maybe if you're a younger Red or you don't really know who these people are, you might give someone more strength than you should, all right? What annoys me here is when we do the today's exclusives, which tend to be a load of shite, right? I don't pick anything out that's shite, guys. I just check the exclusives every day that are out there, right? But the majority of them are shite, because you can't go 5 minutes without an exclusive, right? But when you expect it from the aggregators, you expect it from the Twitter twats, you expect it from these morons that are misleading you and I deliberately, purely for financial reasons. And then you've got someone there, which is Ben Jacobs, which is supposed to be a professional journalist, right? Certainly conveys or acts as one. Being paid to write for GiveMeSport.com, we can only assume he's not going to be doing it for nothing, unless he's trying to raise his profile. But I think he did that on thanks to Liverpool anyway a while ago. acting no different to anyone else. Like, it's really disappointing for me, to be honest with you. And if I was Ben Jacobs, I'd be embarrassed. And I've got a feeling we said that the last time about a Ben Jacobs article as well. And it's nothing about, like, having a dig at him. He might be a really nice bloke, but I'd say at the same time, I'd go, come on, Ben. That's not fucking journalism, bro. You know? That, to me, feels like an article where someone is being paid to provide a set number of articles, maybe once a week, and to justify their employment. You know what I mean? So, just if you were a journalist covering a number of clubs and you wanted to make people look like you knew what was going on in the football industry, and you wanted to show the person paying you that you were worth retaining and renewing a deal if it existed, because we don't know what the situation is here. But what would you do? You'd focus on a top club, right, with a lot of fans, Liverpool, right? And you'd use fancy words like exclusive, and you'd look for things that look really, really obvious, because there's a good chance they're going to come off. You know the fan base is following everything to do with Kirkes, which is going to show traffic to the website. And when it does happen, which I think most people expect this one to happen, you're like, yes, do you remember my exclusive last year? Do you know what I mean, guys? So, poor form, I think, by Jacobs there, but there you go. You guys should form your own opinions, all right? I'm just here to tell you where this shit comes from. I'll leave it with you, all right? So don't forget my live stream tomorrow at 1 o'clock on here if you can make it. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. I'd appreciate a comment if there's anything you'd like to say about Kirkes, for example. It's not a pile-on about Jacobs. I think we can all... We don't need to show, be mean or anything. But yeah, comment about the player, and I think he'll probably be the first one through the door in the summer, to be honest with you. Again, if you want to get me a beer or a coffee, hit the super thanks button. God loves a trier. It's a love heart under my video, and I always give a shout out to everyone that does that in my morning briefings on my other YouTube channel, which will flash up on the screen in a moment. The link's in the video description. Your support makes things, a little bit easier for me. It's the truth. Especially my channel members. They're the ones with the football next to the name. They're the legends around here. All right, guys. So, okay, I'll speak to you in a few moments. I do have another exclusive for you, I think. Is today the April 24th? Yeah, there is. Oh, you're going to like this one. This is a very catchy headline. And, yeah, all right. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thumbs up. All right, beer. Weekendsy. I'd prefer a beer. But I'll be back in the cafe on Monday morning at 7 a.m. to review the Spanish papers for you. And I won't be able to do that without you. Cheers.